in the heart of a city that never slept, where the streets whispered stories of dreams and danger in equal measure, lived a young man named Jay. From a young age, Jay understood that life was a battle, a constant fight for space, respect, and survival. The neighborhood he grew up in was tough, a place where hope was often overshadowed by harsh realities, and every day was a test of will. Jay wasn't just a product of his environment, he was a force determined to rewrite his story. But ambition alone was never enough. To climb out of the shadows, he needed more than dreams. He needed a family, a crew bound by loyalty and shared vision. Around him, a tight-knit group formed, each member carrying their own scars, their own reasons to fight. Together they called themselves the Collective, and together they had one goal: to rise. The world they lived in was ruthless. Trust was their most precious commodity, but it was fragile and scarce. Betrayal lurked around every corner. Jay learned early that those closest could be the most dangerous. One night, a trusted friend, seduced by greed and fear, crossed the line and threatened everything they had built. Jay's heart shattered, but his resolve hardened. The traitor had to be cut loose. No hesitation, no second chances. Protecting the Collective was more important than sentiment. The nights in the city were alive with movement, danger, and opportunity. Neon lights flickered like distant stars, painting the wet streets in vibrant colors as Jay and his crew moved through the shadows. Every whispered conversation, every exchange, carried weight. The higher they climbed, the more enemies they made, rival crews, law enforcement, and even those they once trusted. Jay's ambitions stretched beyond quick wins or fleeting pleasures. He wanted to create something that would last, a legacy that would outlive him. But the price of power was steep. Each victory came with sacrifices, friendships fractured, trust tested, and lives forever changed. The weight of leadership bore down on him, often crushing in its intensity. One particularly cold night, the fragile balance shattered. A rival faction made an aggressive move, invading the Collective's territory and challenging Jay's reign. The crew had little time to prepare, but Jay's leadership was unshaken. In their safe house, plans were drawn with precision, weapons checked with care. The battle that followed was fierce and chaotic, bullets tearing through the dark like thunder. The Collective fought not just for territory, but for survival, honor, and the future they believed in. When the smoke cleared, losses were heavy. Brothers and sisters fell, leaving scars deeper than the wounds the bullets had inflicted. Jay stood over the aftermath, grief mixing with determination. The cost was devastating, but surrender was not an option. The dream was alive, and the path forward, though treacherous, was clear. In the quiet moments before dawn, Jay reflected on everything: the friends lost, the betrayals endured, the moments of doubt overcome. He realized that success was not a destination but a continuous struggle. It demanded resilience, an unshakable loyalty, and a willingness to face darkness without losing oneself. As the city woke around him, Jay made a vow. He would carry the memory of those lost into every step forward. He would build something unbreakable, an empire forged from trust, ambition, and sacrifice. The road ahead would be long and uncertain, filled with battles both external and within. But Jay was ready. Because in this world, only the strongest survive, only the most loyal endure, and only those who never stop fighting can truly rise. And so, with the rising sun casting new light on the streets below, Jay stepped forward into the future, relentless, unyielding, and unstoppable.